as soon as I get on this call, as soon as I get on this call, there's energy that just like, wow.
It's, we play off of each other and it just pulls and it pulls like amazing things out. I could be having a really bad day, which I wasn't today, but in general, I could be having a really bad day and then I'll get on this call and I'm like, it's all smiles. You've been hinting, and I'm guessing this is with Dana because Dana's been hinting as well, but you guys have been hinting about mavens of merch. So spill it, spill it, spill it.
Mavens of merch. So merch meets marketing coming real soon, and it will be out by the time this episode airs for sure. So we'll be dropping the link in the comments. Yes. I love merch. You already know that. By the way, I'm sporting, shout out to Doug. Today is
Yeah.
today is Doug Boom Power. So I love merch. I've made merch offline for years. That was hectic. Then with Pitch Slap, we connected a store. We had fun with that, and I started to take my own merch and used that same platform to put out my own merch for myself mostly. And then we start people start asking me how to get merch. I want that merch, etc. How do you do it? So I did a few posts explaining all that. Then Doug launched his t-shirts. Ada and Guy did a phenomenal job with the logo. The logo I think is just amazing. And then when people would ask me, I would just page Dana, right? And then Pete Duran one day said, "You two are like the mavens of merch." So shout out to Pete. He's getting a free piece of merch, just because, of course, he lit that fire, and it was just like, huh, interesting. So you said that, and then we started using the hashtag, and I would page her here and there, and so one day we decided to have a chat and see if we could do something together. Doug gave us a wonderful testimonial, wonderful video testimonial, amazing. And I'm super thankful. And I literally, with some of the posts that I had written before about merch and his testimonial, I literally wrote the whole page.
This is like a recurring theme now. I'm sorry, I apologize, but this has to be said. Yesterday, we had a quiet evening at home. My husband opened AliExpress on his phone and he started picking out animals to buy, like he ordered. Do you want to hazard a guess how much he spent on little figurines? Mind you, some of these figurines are like cent. Some cost, I don't know, like $3, $5. But how much did he spend on figurines?
I don't know, $60?
Yeah, why not 300? That's well, in the end, it was less because you have all these coupons and whatever, right? Like it cuts it down. But before all the coupons and whatever, it's like it says it in shekels. It was like almost 1,000 shekels. I'm like, are you out of It tells the kids that that's what we've done. They take out the box and they restart structuring everything for the new Excel because they have to update it because, new animals are coming in. So now they have to like re-update this. I kid you not. This has become an obsession in my house.
That's the title of the episode, because new animals are coming in.
Oh my gosh, I have to update I'm updating the table now. So the process isn't Wix to Printful. It has that Thrivecart piece in the middle, but because I already own Thrivecart for other purposes, it just made a lot more sense. And it gives me more control on the payment options. Like it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I was really excited about that. Haley has given, Haley and I are going to be pushing forward some merch for my company at some point because I just posted an article about, that as a stream of income. What Doug did was phenomenal. He mentioned he made $5,000 off of selling merch, which I found like it cost him the price of the time that he spent talking to the people, which honestly is not wasted anyway. So
Exactly. No, that was really amazing. So if, the idea behind Mavens of Merch is literally, Doug wanted this done. He said, what if I could take that beautiful logo and put it on t-shirts? It's just a done for you service, right? You have your own, you can pay rent. We can host it for you. So you can have a mavensofmerch.com/Doug Lawson Marketing. All right.
oh, nice.
So you have your own website like Dana had in Etsy, but it's just, it's just a step. it's on steroids. It's much better. It's not as Etsy. It's more, we're more in control of the design of all that. So they each
How
have
does the
their own
payment work?
URL. And then for that option, you pay us rent. You don't get anything from the sale of the merch because that's all admin fees. We're doing shipping included, for example. So, it's super slim. The other one is we plug it into your website. So that's, when someone decides, like Pitch Slap, we want to really own the space. We want to start making some money. There's probably a lot more volume also involved. So yeah, but we're going with that first one. But the entry level is make your very first piece of merch.
How do you do that shipping is free? Because who's paying for the shipping?
It goes into whatever the money that comes in, it comes out of that.
Oh, so basically the merch itself is paying for the shipping. You're not really making any money off of the merch.
It's very slim, and whatever you sell, we keep.
Right. Interesting.
Because the idea is not to make money, like we're
Right.
working on FAQs, and when do I make profit is one of the questions. And we want to say it's not about that. Like if you look at Doug, it's not about that. It's
You do it
an
right, the
investment.
profit comes elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Just to talk to your family about what you do. And I feel like now I can more, and they understand me. Before it was just like, it was, family, me, and then, the rest. So this, it's pretty neat. So I get all excited, and we talk about LinkedIn. And I told him, do you want to come on my golden snippets video series? Dad, I'm sure it could be fun, and I'm sure we can learn a lot from you. And he says, no. I'm very discreet. I'm very, it's not, I've always had a discreet life. It's not now at my age where I'm just going to go out on LinkedIn and I'm like, it's not like that post is going to go viral and you're going to be seen by, Africa.
You never know. You
It's
never
true.
know.
But anyway, so I end up showing him a few of my posts, and I showed him yesterday's post, right, the one with the selfie, and it was just amazing. Two things were amazing. One, the whole time he was scrolling through the comments, I was just worried because he has really thick fingers. I was just worried. I was like, what if he accidentally just deletes the post without knowing? I was like sweating. I was like, oh my God. The other thing, he scrolled down the comments and he read a few out loud, and that was just such a heartwarming experience, right? Just Kevin Bell's him reading it out loud. And it's just, I don't know, it might seem like a silly thing, but it's just having my dad read, the stuff on there. He said something amazing. He's like, well, it's all very positive. That's not possible. There are no negative things.
Wow.
Marketing 101.
Interesting.
Hmm?
So first of all, hearing somebody read out loud the good things about you had that same effect on you as somebody watching themselves on the golden snippets and say, oh wow, I sound professional, right? So all of a sudden you're like, oh, I must be good. These are good comments. You don't realize it as you're responding to everyone because you have the responsibility of responding, whatever. And the second thing is, we talk about trolls on LinkedIn and how they're terrible and whatever, but honestly, most posts don't get trolled. And the people who comment are the ones with the positive vibes. And we have to sort of take advantage of that for our own ego, right? I'm not saying we should develop an ego. I'm just saying we sometimes need an ego boost because we're not confident in where we are. And reading those comments in a different light, and not just I'm responding and they're being nice, but hey, people are really positive about what I'm doing. I should feel good about what I'm doing, right? So
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Then we also have, if people don't disagree with you, then you're not like taking it to the edge type of a thing, right? But
it's also a matter of how you disagree. People post things online all the time and I disagree with them, but I'm not going to say you're stupid, right? I'm going to say I respectfully disagree and here's why, and try to make my case. And I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm just going to share why I am where I am. And there's certain topics that I don't touch. I don't talk about. I don't touch on politics. I touch on my own religion. I don't touch about other religions. I don't talk about, certain aspects of life. But when somebody else posts my view, even though I didn't post it, I will like that view. I will engage and, react to that and say, this is talking what I want to say. It's easier for me. So sometimes I'm the one that's going to say it because it is a topic that I talk about, and I'll say it so that somebody else can say, okay, I don't really want to talk about this, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So
like that. Yeah.
One of the things that you want to do for a podcast is to have that branding so that people recognize you from afar. And having merch is a part of that. I was looking, the first thing I looked into was, can I have a headscarf? Because I want a headscarf that has my logo on it. Not that I would wear it, but just for the sake of, discussion. My backdrop on Zoom, when I do have my green screen up, is a blue background with my logo in the top left that somebody made for me, that a graphic artist made for me. Why? Because that's getting your logo in the eyes, like in front of people all the time. So merch is a brilliant way, not just to increase income if you don't, if you use it not hosted by you, but that you guys would set it up for them, which is ideal. But it's also a great way just to get your brand name out there. So I really love this idea, and I'm sure this will succeed so much. I love that you have the two options, that you have, we'll host it for you, in which case you're paying us rent and it's for branding purposes. You're not making any money off of it. Or if you want, we'll integrate it on your website for you.
My French spoken it's fine. I have to find my words sometimes because I don't use it as much, and written is just hell. But anyways, we won't get into that.
You do better written than I do spoken. That's so funny.
Yeah. And so, when I'm having a conversation, like I'm usually either speaking Spanish or English during the day, mostly English, right? So when I get into a conversation in French, I'm looking for my words. And since I know, that's the bad thing, that's like the disadvantage of speaking to someone who speaks the languages that you speak. You don't make the effort to look for the word, and you just blurt it out in whatever other language, right? So
my sister's having this with her twins now. Don't put this in, but my sister's, she speaks to them half and half. Like and they're babies, so I don't know how much they're going to get, language. But in my house, I only speak in Hebrew. Like my kids hear English, but with them, I don't speak English, which may have been a mistake, but I couldn't. But with friends, we'll do half and half. I'll do half and half. I can't think of the word in English. I'll just say it in Hebrew. That's fine. Having that kind of solution where the third party is doing the checkout, right? Something like Thrivecart, and all that you're doing on their website is that gallery page. It makes your developers work easier because, it's easier and harder because you have to create a page for every checkout item. But
in the long run, yeah, it might cost you a bit more in terms of development because they have, there is more to do. But what you're saying is it pays for itself in the money that you save.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. If you guys get Thrivecart, like if you and Dana have a Thrivecart account and you become affiliates, when you purchase Thrivecart for your customers, like if that's part of the setup, you get the affiliate payout from that, which is a lot of money.
And I can't include this in the episode?
You can. Affiliate marketing is such an important income stream. You all should be using it. But when you set up your business, and this is exactly a great example, because imagine if you and Dana take Thrivecart as your go-to, which makes sense regardless of affiliate marketing. This is the way that I would recommend doing it anyway, just because it streamlines it more for your business. Because you always know that the only thing that you're doing on the customer's website is that gallery page. You're not doing any of the programming. You're not going in deep. So that makes more sense on your end. It makes sense even more because Thrivecart costs $500. That's it. You guys get, if you're an affiliate, you get $250 back.
From what?
From Thrivecart.
Okay, so because we've recommended
their affiliate
that someone
is 50%.
Okay.
You have to become an affiliate. Not everybody gets 50%, but Thrivecart does. The thing is, I say 500, but the thing is, if you want to calculate tax, and another thing that's great about using Thrivecart for merch, important, you can use an affiliate link. You'd have to upgrade to pro, but it doesn't matter. But you can use an affiliate link. So for example, if I set up my merch on Thrivecart, a t-shirt, and you want to promote it, I give you an affiliate link. We agree on whatever percentage you get for the affiliate marketing. That's you and me. And if you sell mine, you get a cut.
Well.
You can't do that on your merch in Wix right now.
It would require more hands-on configuration.